Welcome to Nerd Digital Brew.
Welcome to lesson number 3, using punctuation in a search string. As noted in our previous lesson, where we learned how to use search operators, this is going to add punctuation to content as part of your search string. So the first thing is that you should know is you can use quotation marks, because quotation marks will allow exact phrases to be found. For example, I could put New York City into a search engine, or New York within quotes minus city, which would bring me content just about New York. Or if I want to find New York City as one thing, I can put that within quotes. That will bring me my exact phrase. So let's see how quotes actually narrow a search. Because when I actually use them, it's going to bring me exact content in an exact order, like augmented reality. So if I put just the words augmented reality in a search engine, I would get 81 million results. That's a lot, and I'm going to have to wade a lot. If I put augmented reality in quotes around that, I'm going to be narrowed to 38 million. Now that's a lot of results as well. But as you can see, by using quotes, I can begin to narrow content that is brought to me. So let's look at how other punctuation allows me to narrow or bring content that is more specific. Parentheses work just like mathematical, what they would do in a mathematical equation. By putting parentheses around keyword sets, the information within the parentheses are considered first before being read by the search engine to the outside. So mouse or rat will be read first. It's going to consider those two terms before adding and trap. And it's going to look something like this. Mouse rat trap. Notice I have 19 million results, but if I narrow my content and change the way my entry is written, mouse or rat and trap, I narrow it to 129,000 results. And again, that's a lot of results, but I'm really narrowing my content in a specific manner when I use punctuation. An ellipse is a really valuable tool. An ellipse is when you have those 3 little dots. An ellipse allows you to create a range within a search string. A range is when you have content between things. So for example, I could be looking for a security camera. Notice I'm going to look for a security camera system, and I want my cost between $200 and $900. So everything I search for will bring me security camera systems, and none of them will cost, they will all cost between $200 and $900. A range allows us to really narrow content, and you can find really specific information this way by using a range. And a range works with anything that's valued. So it can be dates, it can be costs, it can be data sequences. Anytime you have numbers and you use an ellipse between them, you create a range. A truncate or wildcard, which is that little asterisk, so above your number 8, so you would hit Command 8 and you would create a truncate. That symbol is a really valuable symbol when writing a search string. It acts as a placeholder for unknown terms or information. This works in whole words, but not parts of words. One truncate sign is used for each 2 keyword words, and 2 truncates is used for 4, for example. Let's see what it might look like. So let's say I want to find out Jerry Moran voted blank on blank bill. I want to find out how our senator has been voting. So when I type that into search string, it's actually going to bring me content that allows me to see how our senator voted in certain resolutions. So it'll bring me that content. That truncate allows me to find information I don't know. If I have miles to go before I sleep, if I don't know what those words are in a poem, I can put that truncate sign there, and it's going to lead me to the answer by showing me what the results will be. That truncate sign creates for us, it's like a blank, and it lets your search engine fill the blank in. Really a valuable tool. So in summary, when I'm using punctuation, I can use quotes, which will allow me to find specific phrases or words in a search. This really helps me narrow content in a specific way. I can use parentheses around keywords. Those parentheses give priority to the content within the parentheses. I can use an ellipse, which is the ... It allows us to create a specific range. That range can be dates, it can be dollars, it can be any numbered sequence that I wish to find content within. I can also use a wildcard or a truncate sign, which is the little symbol above the number 8. So I hit Command 8. That allows me to search for unknown content. Think of it as playing fill in the blank.